I don't want to hear glare. I don't want to hear edginess. Hey everyone, Ed here at Audio Ultra. And today I like to talk about the Wadax Studio Player. And we just had our recent event. And what we did is we actually added a US premiere of the studio clock and also the power supply. And at the show, it was very, very audible in what was going on. But that was the first time I actually got to hear it. So I wanted to bring it back and put it in the listening room and see really again what we're really getting here with the Wadax Studio Player. And I gotta say, the results are even better than at the show, as to be expected. This system behind me is a very, very mature system. It's in a mature setting, so everything has had the time to go through and make things right. So let's go back to the Atlantis reference. The Atlantis reference is north of $250,000. It's a big machine. It's a big digital machine, and the Atlantis reference is going to have 5,500 discrete parts in its build. The studio player has 4,500. The Atlantis reference has 10 power supplies. The studio has 5 DC power supplies. So you can see kind of what's going on. So that power is everything. And Wadax did a fantastic job by introducing a separate chassis power supply that has 2 outputs. So 2 regulators, or however you want to call it, you can actually power up the source no problem at all. The Atlantis reference delivers digital playback to me as close as you can get to analog. Now, mind you, there's a caveat there. Digital will never be analog, okay? And analog will never be digital. The SAT turntable you can see behind me, that's probably one of the better turntables out there. It has perfect pitch and stability, loaded up with the Lyra Atlas SL cartridge, and that turntable, it's an amazing presentation. So you can look at and compare a Wadax Atlantis reference digital to an SAT turntable, and the idea is how close can we get where that digital harshness is not there, right? There's no fatigue. That edge that kind of sometimes can be around digital really disappears in the Wadax lines. It's their DAC, that the Atlantis reference is the same DAC in the studio player. It's the music feed forward correction process that Javier and the guys created at Wadax that's employed also in the studio player. The biggest performance that you're going to gain on studio player, in my opinion, is the outboard power supply. It is crazy, crazy good. And again, it's going to keep bumping and bumping closer and closer to the Atlantis reference, but it's not quite there. It's just off by points. And in audio, you are playing for those last few points. It's like a dragster. In a few seconds in performance, you're going to spend millions of dollars. So if you have the budget, if you have the cash, Atlantis reference all day long. If you're more conscious on a budget and still building a great system, the studio player collection is going to get you there. It's an over $90,000 stack, but you don't have to do it all at once. You can do it whenever. Again, so what I would add is the studio player, obviously first, and then later go on down to the power supply, and then for that refinement, that brings in the refinement, it does. The clarity is just kind of crazy. I played with it here today in a very closed-off setting so I could focus on it. And it does kind of lower the noise floor and really kind of expands the dynamics, but in a refined type of way. So I gotta say I was pretty impressed by the clock as well. You are also going to need 75 ohm clock cables. We like to use AudioQuest and their William E. Lowe line, actually. Of course, with the studio player too, it has their Akasa DC cables, and yes, they're optional, but that, again, just like that cable is awesome. I played with it in the Atlantis reference just for giggles, and it's a pretty awesome cable. So great setup. Wadax is, to me, one of the better digital products out there. I wouldn't carry it. The brands I do carry, I feel, are curated and meet my expectations, and really to kind of get that sonic performance that we're all looking for in a very amazing way that it's pulling you in to the music, and that's what it's all about. And even with the SACD player, a CD, I just got done listening to a disc. It's fantastic. And remember, on the studio player, again, some of the highlights is that you can actually control the gain. It has 2 volts, 4 volts in gain. I like to ride at 2. You can control the impedance as well. Every system is going to be different. I'm somewhere between the high 7s up to right now, just on this listening session, I was at 8.82. I'm not sure if that's the exact setting I would stick with, but right now what I was playing and comparing, it actually turned out fine. So, but bottom line, you get to adapt it to your system and to your environment. So that makes it kind of cool.
I listened to Pink Floyd's "Welcome to the Machine." It's a demo cut from it, and my God, I was blown away. In room three, we have it on playing in a much smaller setting, and we're using the Magico A1s, and that's a very expressive room. That track just kind of is a mind blowing track. I'll put it up on the site so you can play it if you like Pink Floyd. In room one, I wanted to hear it, and my God, the M7s, the Magical M7s brought that thing out like nobody's business. And the studio player was the source. The source is always going to be one of your most important legs or one of your most important products in an audio system. Source and speakers I look at very, very close, neck to neck. The better the source, the better the quality of music. And of course, you're going to hear it out some great speakers like we have next to us. Everything you play from Wadax is going to be telling. It's going to give you what the music is designed to give you. And that's going to be excitement and enjoyment from your favorite artist. So I hope this content kind of helped you understand the Wadax a little better and really what the comparisons are between the two products. If you'd like the channel, again, please subscribe and like to it. It means a lot to me. Until then, thank you. Rock and roll.